Star Trek Beyond is directed by Justin Lin and has been released to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Star Trek franchise. Chris Pine's back in the captain's chair as Kirk, with Spock, played by Zachary Quinto, as with the previous two movies. Karl Urban, John Cho, Anton Yelchin, Saldana, and Simon Pegg all returned to their roles. If, like me, when you saw the trailers for this movie, was a little bit sceptical and worried about what we might get, fear not. This movie, to me, is very, very reminiscent of the earlier Star Trek outings. There's a great interplay between the team, and one of the plot devices that they use in this movie is that they're all split up into little groups, so you get a little bit more character interplay. The film begins with the crew finally out there on their 5-year mission, which we've been teased about in both the last two movies. Kirk is getting a little bit weary of being out there for so long, on day 966 when the film starts. And he's starting to question really why he is out there. They're sent out on a rescue mission after receiving a distress call, and the Enterprise is attacked and ultimately destroyed, with the crew being dispersed on the planet below. The main villain of the piece is Karl, who's played by Idris Elba, who's barely recognisable under all of the prosthetics that he's wearing. He's out for revenge against the Federation. And one thing I have noticed about this is his motives really, other than he's pissed and he wants some sort of revenge, they're not really made clear. Probably 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way through the movie when you actually find out the motivation behind why he's doing what he's doing. And when you do, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. But for most of the movie, it's just a case of him being a bad guy. Sofia Boutella plays Jayla, who is a total badass and a fantastic addition to the crew. A lot of the action comes through her character, and she really does add something this film would have needed without. Beyond really does pay homage to the original Star Trek, and there's a lot of character moments in there with the crew talking to each other and spending time with each other. Not to say that we don't get a lot of action in the movie, but they do certainly give the characters moments to breathe and connect with each other, which is something that I think is fantastic in this day and age. But when we do get to the action, it is fast, it is heavy, and a lot of the fight scenes are really close-up fight scenes, which, to be fair, I would have liked a little bit of a wider shot so you can see more, but find an abandoned spaceship which Sofia Boutella's character has hidden in quite an ingenious way, and then they have to get about repairing it and getting it ready to actually fly again. One thing they do find on the spaceship, and this isn't a spoiler, is a motorbike. Now, they do use it for part of the plot device, but why would a spaceship have a motorbike? I don't quite get that. I must pay tribute to Anton Yelchin, who every time his character's on screen, and he doesn't get an awful lot of screen time in this movie, is just bittersweet, because obviously we know that what happened, and he gave a great performance. That's all I'm going to go into there. He gave a great performance, and it'll be sad not to see him in future instalments. So the script was written by Simon Pegg and Doug Young. Simon Pegg, of course, plays Scotty, and while he is in the movie, he didn't write himself an overly elaborate part, a massive part. He's in there, and his character serves the purpose that he's meant to serve. As with anything written by Simon Pegg, there is a lot of comedy in there, and it's not overplayed, it's not stupid comedy, it kind of works within the story, and Scott himself gets some good scenes. One thing I did want to say about this movie is the poster campaign was a lot better than we talked about the trailers earlier. The poster campaign was really good, with some really strong artwork coming out for this movie. So the movie itself, it starts off a little bit slow, but once it finds its groove, it's pretty consistent all the way through. There's nice pacing in there. The action scenes are really good. There's a couple of them I don't know how they're going to work when they get onto smaller screen because it's so intricate. So all in all, I enjoyed this movie. It's, while not maybe as good as the 2009 Star Trek reboot, I'd say certainly within the ballpark of Into Darkness, and I think the storyline will stay fresher in years to come. I like Star Trek Beyond, and I'm going to give Star Trek Beyond 4 stars out of 5. So there we go, guys, my thoughts on Star Trek Beyond. Why not hit me a thumbs up if you like the review, maybe even subscribe, and leave me comments in the section below about what you thought about the movie. If you do like your Star Trek movies, why not watch this video I made about my top 5 Star Trek movies, and see you next time. See you later.